Welcome to the channel. In this video, we're diving into the world of hidden treasures as we explore the four most expensive and ultra-rare U.S. coins, including the Susan B. Anthony Silver Dollar, the Sacagawea Gold Dollar, and the Jefferson Nickel with a rare P-mint mark. Even in dirty or worn condition, these seemingly ordinary coins could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars today. So before you spend that old coin, stick around, because you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. First up, the story of a 1967 United States 1-cent coin, often called a 1967 penny, is rooted in a turbulent moment in American minting Historia year, when collectors, traders, and the U.S. Mint itself collided in a storm of confusion and experimentation. During the mid-1960s, the nation was facing a shortage of circulating coins. Americans were hoarding coins with their silver content, leading to empty cash registers and panic among merchants. To stop the hoarding frenzy, the U.S. Mint took a rare step in 1965. It removed all mint marks from circulating coins, including the 1967 cent. This means every 1967 penny, no matter where it was made, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, carries no mint mark at all. This unusual decision gives the coin a strange historical aura, because it stands as part of the only 3-year period in modern U.S. history when mint marks vanished from production. Collectors often see these coins as reminders of a chaotic era, when the government tried to regain control over a spiraling coin shortage. Even though the 1967 penny is common in circulation, its history gives it an energy that attracts new collectors. The coin is made from a classic bronze mixture of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a warm, earthy alloy that ages into deep browns and reddish tones over decades. Unlike the shiny, modern copper-coated zinc cents, the 1967 cent carries visual weight. Its metal is richer, heavier, and truer to the original Lincoln cent design from 1909. The passage of time often leaves these coins spotted, dirty, or darkened, but many collectors consider that part of their charm. The marks of circulation become living fingerprints of American hands, pockets, and stories. The myth that a gold sticker, a round stamp, or a dirty condition 1967 penny could be worth millions is born from the powerful imagination that spreads across social media, not from numismatic reality. A gold sticker is not something the U.S. Mint ever applied. Coins with stickers were usually marked by private companies, novelty sellers, or individuals who wanted to decorate or identify their money. These stickers do not add real numismatic value, but they can still make a coin feel mysterious to someone encountering it for the first time. A dirty or worn condition penny also does not become valuable because, in the world of coins, condition matters more than age. A circulated, dark, scratched, or stained coin is worth only its standard value unless it has a true minting error. But while the 1967 penny in normal condition cannot make anyone a billionaire overnight, the history behind it can enrich something else: your understanding of how coins capture the mood of an era. 1967 was a year of experimentation, uncertainty, and transition. The U.S. Mint was under pressure to produce billions of coins quickly. Quality control struggled to keep up. As a result, some genuine mint errors from this year exist, such as double-die varieties, die cracks, or off-center strikes. These errors, if dramatic and in strong condition, can command higher prices, sometimes hundreds or occasionally thousands of dollars. Not millions, but still meaningful to collectors who treasure history preserved in metal. Collectors often cherish the 1967 penny not for its price, but for its meaning. It was a year when Americans were transitioning from silver to clad coinage. It was a time when the Mint experimented control hoarding by removing mint marks. It was an era when the Lincoln cent continued its tradition of bearing the solemn portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of resilience across generations. The reverse still carried the iconic wheat cent design successor, the Lincoln Memorial, stark and architectural, representing unity and endurance. In many ways, the coin feels like a bridge between old and new America. The penny's bronze composition also gives a small but interesting asset value. Because pre-1982 cents contain real copper, they carry more intrinsic metal weight than modern pennies. Even though it is illegal to melt U.S. cents of their copper, collectors appreciate that these older pennies have a built-in metallic dignity, a substance modern cents lack. When you hold a 1967 cent, even in dirty or worn condition. You feel the density of real metal, a quality that makes the coin feel more important than its face value. Some people attach emotional or symbolic meaning to old coins. Imagine that they hold luck, fortune, or energy. While a 1967 penny cannot literally change your destiny overnight, it can inspire curiosity, ignite the spark of collecting, and become the starting point of a hobby that leads to knowledge, joy, and even profit in the long term. A simple coin can become the seed of a passion that grows into a business, a collection, or a lifelong interest. In that sense, the coin has power not magical, but motivational. In the swirling winds of America's Great Depression era, the year 1937 carved its mark into the nation's coinage history, giving birth to pieces that collectors today chase with an almost feverish desire. The coins of this age were never made to be luxurious treasures. They were forged for survival, circulating through the hands of workers, farmers, dreamers, and wanderers crossing a country struggling to rebuild itself. Yet hidden inside these ordinary metal discs lay mistakes, misprints, and accidental anomalies that would one day rise like sleeping giants and become legends of numismatics. Among these, the 1937 coins have earned a reputation so powerful that even a dirty, worn, or sticker-marked specimen can spark curiosity and pull collectors into the mystery of what the coin might truly be. The famous tale of 1937 revolves around the buffalo nickel, especially the rare 1937, the three-legged buffalo error, a coin born not from intention, but from a worker over-polishing the die until one leg of the mighty buffalo vanished like a ghost. This accident turned an average coin into a story into a myth, and that myth into one of the most sought-after relics of the 20th century. When collectors handle such a piece today, they aren't just holding metal. They're holding the heartbeat of an age when America struggled but still pushed forward, an age when every coin carried the fingerprints of a nation fighting to survive. As the years rolled by, stories began spreading through small towns, auction halls, and collector circles that certain 1937 coins, especially ones with strange stamps, gold stickers, unusual toning, or unexpected, where patterns might hide something extraordinary beneath their rough surfaces. People believe these coins sometimes travel to the hands of soldiers heading to war, steel mill workers forging the backbone of the country, and travelers crossing dusty highways with nothing but hope and courage. Each crease, each dent, each patch of dirt became a witness to the journey the coin had taken. Even now, when someone discovers an old 1937 coin in a drawer, a forgotten box, or the pocket of a coat untouched for decades, the imagination instantly awakens. Could be one of the rare survivors, one of the misstruck marvels, one of the pieces that change the lives of collectors who recognize its hidden value. Though modern myths exaggerate the worth into unbelievable millions overnight, what truly gives these coins their power is not fantasy, but the deep historical breadth they carry, the real collector demand they hold, and the undeniable aura that makes people pause for a moment and whisper, "What if?" In the heart of American coin history, the 1937 series represents a turning point, the final echoes of the buffalo nickel era before it gave way to new designs and new artistic visions. The sculpted Native American profile on the front, fierce and timeless, told the story of a land older than the nation itself, while the buffalo on the back stood as a symbol of strength, endurance, and the raw spirit of the West. To own a 1937 buffalo, coin no matter the condition means holding a piece of that spirit. Even dirt, discoloration, and age only deepen its character, because old coins are not judged by cleanliness but by the journey they have survived. Collectors cherish these imperfections, knowing that the same metal once clinked inside wooden cash registers, passed through dimly lit trading posts, or slipped into the pockets of coal miners just trying to make it through the week. Every scratch is a footprint of history. Every faded area of silence, filled with stories no one can fully recover. That is the true power of old American coinage, a power larger than simple numbers, larger even than the value placed at auctions. It is the emotional gravity of time itself. So when someone stumbles upon a 1937 coin, whether coated in years of dust, bearing a mysterious gold sticker, or marked by strange, where the excitement is justified. Not because it promises instant millions or overnight fortune, but because it might be one of the rare pieces that change the direction of coin collecting forever. A 1937, the error coin, especially the three-legged variety, has shocked collectors for decades with its rising value, and its role in shaping how the world views mint mistakes. This makes every discovery feel like a heartbeat-skipping moment, a flicker of possibility in the mind of the finder. And even if the coin isn't the rarest of the rare, even if it isn't the legendary era variety, its presence still carries the weight of 80-plus years of American life, market history, collector passion, and cultural symbolism. This is why people speak of these coins with such intensity, why their legends grow, and why those who find them feel as if destiny placed a small piece of the past directly into their hands. In the world of American coin collecting, the year 1943 stands like a torch in the dark, mysterious, controversial, and constantly surrounded by wild stories of impossible fortunes. Collectors whisper about coins from this wartime era as if they hold hidden superpowers, and among them, the idea of a rare 3-pence style coin or a strange dollar-type piece from 1943 has fueled endless excitement. Any unusual coin from this year instantly pulls people into its orbit. During 1943, the United States Mint was under pressure from war demands, and metal shortages forced them into unusual experiments. Steel replaced copper, zinc plated the surfaces, and mistakes happened in the chaos. These mistakes, these accidental creations, are what make 1943 coins legendary today. Anything unusual from this year feels like a survivor from fire. Collectors talk about odd 1943 pieces showing strange textures, round gold stickers, mint marks that seem misplaced, or surfaces covered with old dirt that hides their true identity. A simple coin becomes a puzzle, and the puzzle becomes a dream. People love the idea that a small metal disc could secretly be a treasure waiting to be revealed. Some enthusiasts even claim that certain experimental strikes or fantasy-like 1943 coins move through the market quietly, known only to deep collectors and private dealers. The stories grow like vines, whispers of coins that could break price charts if discovered in perfect form. Whether rumor or reality, these tales give 1943 coins an atmosphere of magic. The most famous treasure of 1943 is, without question, the rare 1943 copper error, a coin that should not exist because the U.S. Mint switched to steel that year. But a few copper planchets accidentally slipped into machines. These mistakes turned into legends. When they appear at auction, the world watches, because they are worth intense money, sometimes hundreds of thousands. Because of this real history, whenever someone finds a strange 1943 piece, even if it's dirty, aged, or carrying a gold sticker, hope rises like a spark. People feel the thrill of possibility. They wonder, what if this is one of those incredible errors that could change everything? A coin becomes more than a coin. It becomes a dream folded into Metpersil. A worn 1943 piece with mysterious marks or unusual texture often makes collectors curious. Dirt can hide details. Age can disguise features. And until an expert's eyes see the edges, the metal, the mint mark, the shape, the weight, anything feels possible. That suspense alone is priceless. However, the truth is powerful. No ordinary 1943 U.S. coin makes you rich overnight. Only rare mint errors, raw metal strikes, or experimental test pieces carry high value. Many dramatic stories you hear online are exaggerations, but the real magic of 1943 lies in its history, not guaranteed millions that deep. Still, the emotional power of a coin from this wartime year is real. These coins lived through fear, rationing, sacrifice, and massive industrial shifts. Holding one is like holding a fragment of American resilience. That energy alone gives 1943 coins a soul that collectors respect deeply. When a coin from this year shows unusual features, such as a strangely placed mark, a unique surface color, or mysterious sticker, its story becomes even more interesting. Even if the value isn't in the millions, the curiosity, the mystery, and the history surrounding it give the piece a character that ordinary coins cannot match. Many collectors love the idea of discovering something that everyone else overlooked. A coin that sat quietly in pockets, drawers, and old boxes for decades before someone recognized its potential. That dream of unexpected discovery keeps the legend of 1943 coins alive. So while not every 1943 coin can rewrite your life overnight, every authentic piece from this dramatic year carries a story worth telling. And if you ever hold a strange 1943 coin dirty, old, unusual, marked, or mysterious, remember that history is in your hand. In the world of coins, Sometimes the story is the real treasure.